Did you know that Pensacola, Florida, in a way, is sort of responsible for the late monarch, Queen Elizabeth II's ascension to the throne, forever changing the course of history in the British monarchy as we know it today? For those of us like me that live in the Florida Panhandle, you may be unaware of this fact. This is a story about love, a true fairy tale, a real Prince Charming, an American commoner, and a man who loved his country but gave up his kingdom for a woman he loved more, causing a scandal that connected a refined British dynasty to what many people in my neck of the woods refer to as the Redneck Riviera. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're a first-time viewer, I'm happy you found me. Be sure to subscribe, like, comment, share, and click the notifications for new content. Again, welcome, and let's get into the story. Back in the 1930s, Queen Elizabeth, whose nickname was Lilibet as a child, was never really expected to inherit the crown. And just a little side note before I begin, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, named their daughter after his grandmother and mother, Lilibet Diana. Elizabeth's father, Prince Albert, also known as Bertie, was the second-born child to King George V and Queen Mary, Elizabeth's grandparents. Queen Victoria was Elizabeth's great-great-grandmother, and today's royal family are her direct descendants. The family changed their German surname from Saxe-Coburg and Gotha, the name of Victoria's husband Prince Albert, to Windsor after World War II, inspired by Windsor Castle, which opened in 1070. David, Elizabeth's uncle, became King Edward VIII in 1936 when his father, George V, died, ascending him to the throne through primogeniture, which means firstborn child. However, he was only king for 325 days. 5 years prior, in 1931, the future King of England, Prince Edward, attended a party thrown by his mistress, Lady Furness, at Borough Court in the East Midlands of England, where he met and fell in love with an American woman named Wallis Simpson, who had divorced her husband, a Pensacola naval aviator named Earl Winfield Spencer Jr. But for Wallis Simpson, it wasn't exactly love at first sight because she was actually still in her second marriage to a guy named Ernest Simpson. But she divorced him within 4 years and proclaimed her love for the prince who was in line to become king. By the time he ascended to the throne in 1936, he was given an ultimatum: choose the crown or his one true love. So he chose Simpson and abdicated the throne that same year. His brother, Elizabeth's father, became King George VI, making Elizabeth, at the age of 10, heir to the throne. The connection to Pensacola is that in 1916, Wallis Simpson took a trip to the Northwest Florida Panhandle to visit her cousin, who was the daughter of a Pensacola naval air commander. While she was there, she met and fell in love with Spencer Jr., and the two were married for 11 years, that later ended in divorce in 1927, where she would later find herself in the presence of the future King of England that caused major controversy and disruption to the British monarchy. When David, also known as Edward VIII, inherited the throne, he was prohibited from marrying not only an American, but a divorced one. Twice, actually. She was still married to a man named Ernest Simpson when she met Prince Edward. The expectations of a monarch was to marry into those with royal backgrounds, not commoners, and certainly not American divorcees, and someone who was pure, in other words, a virgin, and of course, to produce an heir. In 1937, after his abdication, David, or Edward VIII, married Wallis Simpson, and the two lived together happily ever after in France until his death in 1972. Had they never met and fell in love, along with his unwillingness to end the relationship with an American woman, who decided to end her marriage from the Pensacola aviator, Queen Elizabeth II would have most likely never become the longest reigning queen in British monarch history. For new content and breaking news stories, please be sure to click the notifications to follow along and be notified when updates are available. Don't forget to like, comment, and please feel free to share. You can also join my Facebook group for True Crime and History Time and follow me on TikTok and Instagram. My usernames for those platforms are @JeriScarborough Official. And as always, thank you for watching, subscribing, and supporting my channel.